Yes. Good job, Venkatesh. I think it's been a year almost. This is the third chapter. This fantastic event is put together from Madurai. So, how many of you heard me before? Okay, good. I can repeat the story then, right? Yes. Uh, I'm a big lover of technology, but technology is just an enabler, right? So I categorize the Indian startups in three categories. The first one are these copycats, right? See what's happening elsewhere in the world. Immediately just start writing a business plan, right? Saying that I've done so and so this in the US, somebody got funded this much, I can do the 1/10 of the price in India. It's all possible, right? So it took 15 years for us to copy Amazon, right? Still, we're struggling. So we know that the reason for this e-commerce boom right now is, what is the reason? Cash on delivery, right? So it's not new. It's done by India Post for 100 years. It's called VPP, right? So it took somebody to copy that India Post and Amazon to get this e-commerce going, right? So what that says is that just merely a technology just working in elsewhere, not going to work in India. So you got to understand the psyche of our people. We are like this, right? We are very price conscious. So what is the data about India? Only 350 million have internet access. Our per capita income, it's $2,200. Right? If anyone of you are earning more than 2 lakhs, you consider yourself rich. That's your average income of India. So with this current rate, what's happening, the growth, it's going to take 40 years for us to catch China. So we need disruption. I'm sure all these entrepreneurs jumping in will come up with some brilliant ideas for us to leapfrog. So that's the potential of the second category of startups, right? The second category of startup is about looking at India's problems and finding out technologies or whatever the solution that you're going to look at, right? So what is India's trend? Thanks to Prahlad, right? He said that population is a good thing, no more triangles. You've seen the triangles earlier? So what else? Any other trend? Huh? Educate your population? Yes, okay. We got a little bit of that. Yeah, what else? Cheap manpower. Yeah, the word cheap is about, it's kind of contextual. So what happened if the dollar becomes 15 rupees? Yeah? So we lose that thing. So it used to be. So when I went to US in probably 96, around 20, 30 bucks. Today, 68. So it's all about cost arbitrage. When the exchange rate changes, that cheap will go away. And also about supply-demand mismatch. There is a cheap labor in terms of maids and all this household help in Bangalore, right? Because we got a lot of people, and we know a bit of technology. Bring this technology, find interesting problems to solve. If every Indian pay you $1, you got $1 billion, right? You don't need to wait about just downloads, free stuff, figuring it out, monetization and all that stuff. Because if you solve a compelling problem, people are willing to pay. You don't need to play the discount game. You don't try to buy the customers, right? The customer has to buy from you. So I'll give you a few examples. These are all fantastic. These are some of my investments as well, doing really awesome. Uniphore. Have you heard of Uniphore? It's a speech recognition. This company started a few years back. These guys have 6 patents. Have you tried Siri? For people from India, Siri doesn't work, right? Because we have a lot of accent. The people from Tamil Nadu have a Tanglish, yeah? So Siri doesn't understand. So this is the problem he looked at. And in India also, out of 1.2 billion people, only 250 million speaks English. So there's 1 billion people don't speak English. That's the problem he looked at. How can we solve this, right? And we know that mobile penetration is out there. So he designed technology that a tribal from Gujarat can take her 500 rupee phone, do an entire transaction, bank transaction, using her voice. Her voice is her password, right? So 2 years back, he met me, and 20 VCs rejected. So I've invested this guy. Within 1 year, he gave me 5x. Because the problem is really awesome. Today, he got 60 languages covered. He's going global because Middle East is doing fantastic because people don't speak English, right? The whole world, there are only 2 billion speaks English. There is a lot of people don't speak English. That is potential. Solving a problem of 1 billion people, there's 4 billion with the same problems. Last month, Times Magazine rated him as one of the top 10 innovators or the next generation leader in the world. He's the only one person from India, right? So that is the stand. So if you start looking at it, go really deeper, you can be that. There is zero competition for him because it is hard to solve these problems. It takes time. If you just copy an US idea and copy someone else, got funded, there are 1,000 people can do the same thing. That's what's happening today in Bangalore. You see that all these copycats are shutting down because they are just shallow thinking, right? They're not going deeper in about what the problem is. So similarly, there is another venture called, we have Native Lead is one we have done in Madurai. Venkatesh is part of that as well. What we have done is the same approach, right? There are 1 billion people don't speak English, doesn't mean that they cannot become entrepreneurs, right? They don't have great ideas as well. We said, no English, no PowerPoint. We have now 150 angel investors in Madurai, Tiruchi, Erode region investing in a company. So we have kind of supported a project called Sol through another NGO that I'm part of. 1,000 farmers, 100 entrepreneurs, 10,000 families. These 100 entrepreneurs carry a mobile app, right? So they go to the farmer, give them input about what are they doing. They take a picture of this growth pattern of this crop. So that the office, these guys know this demand generation, right? So how much supply is going to come based on that, they line up customers for buy this produce. Today he has around, the goal is about 1,000 farmers, 400 entrepreneurs, micro entrepreneurs, to 10,000 families selling this produce. So this is where the great potential is that what we are doing, because in India only 350 million have internet access, but there are billion people. How you can reach them? This is all assisted apps. This 40 entrepreneurs, micro entrepreneurs, carrying these smartphones are talking to 1,000 farmers, capturing this data, which is being utilized for this product, right? So this is the potential if you are going to look at, but it's hard work. You got to go deeper. These guys have zero competition, right? Doing fantastic. He's doing around 7 tons a day of vegetables grown in Madurai. It's being sold elsewhere. It's a very, very simple problem, but look at how the technology has been enabled. I have investment in Bangalore called Fresh World. Some of you might have heard. There is no app from the consumer perspective, right? What we have done is, we took a push cart vending, right? Every day, Bangalore consumes 3,000 tons of vegetables. It is controlled by around 6 guys, a mafia sitting in a KR market. So there are 15,000 push cart vendors are the one making these vegetables to the places. You know why many of these e-commerce sites are shutting down today, right? So this guy said, okay, I'm going to bring these guys to 21st century. He designed an electric vehicle, and then in the vehicle has all the tag. You got GPS, you got a tab, you got a Bluetooth printer, electronic weighing machine, right? So he's buying from the farmer directly. So the housewife, there is this supermarket in her house, in front of her house every day. So today he's just running 32 vehicles. He is more than half of the tonnage-wise compared to the largest e-commerce company in Bangalore. So that is the potential of what you are not looking at. If you are looking for answers in your search engine, you're not going to find out. Because in India, 400 million don't even have electricity. 350 million go to bed without food. So if you want to find the data, you got to go where they are. Even in Bangalore. So many startups I meet, I ask this question, how many people have smartphone, right? The immediate is, oh, Bangalore startup capital of this and that, everybody. Not at all, right? Out of 11 million people here, we got only 5 million have internet access. So that's the reality. That's what Bharat is, right? So you got to understand this data. If you understand, if you work harder, you can solve these bigger problems, and you'll be the only guy doing that, and there is a potential. There are investors to look at. But if you're looking at the trending sectors, if you're looking at the copycat models, there are 1,000 guys can do it. You can ride the wave, but when the wave stops, you will be left dry. So this is where my position to you is that there is a humongous number of problems. Look at deeper, bring this technology, and look at the application in an appropriate way, right? If you don't look at the application appropriate, if you assume that everybody have an internet access and a mobile app, you'll have trouble. But look at the assisted apps model, or look at areas which is more deeper to solve. Like this is a Khadi from Sevagram Gandhi's place. Like that, there are 4,000 cooperatives. This Go Co-op put them online. So consumers are in the US. Levi's is talking to us, start a Khadi line, right? So this is what he's doing. So bring them, work on the data first. Bring the data to a level it can be consumed easily. Then you have a customer base. Look at who can consume, right? We saw that for the green products, US and Europe is a great market. We are doing fantastic. But 24,000 cooperatives are in India, right? We have done barely touched 4,000. So like that, I can keep going on about a lot of fantastic opportunities out there in front of you. If you go really look at deeper and you can solve it. It's not hypothetical, it's all happening. Garbage. Sahas is a company that one of my investment does 30 tons every day solving this problem, right? Now we are bringing the technology. For first, it's all about bringing zero waste campuses. She's able to achieve that. Now she's bringing the technology. So work towards solving the problem, bring technology as an enabler. So there is data.gov.in. I'm not sure how many of you seen it. Government has opened up tremendous amount of data outside. There is a lot of thousands of companies could be formed out how to make utilize of this data and make it useful to the consumers. There is a potential is there. But it's a lot of work. So you got to go do this, discovering, put your data scientists in place and do all that stuff. But if you do that unique way, there is a market, there is a potential. But we're trying to say that I'm going to put an app, wait for a Kollaveri effect. How many Kollaveri we had in the last 5 years, right? It's only one, that's it. But if you really work hard, take time, like a Unifor, today he's the only Indian from India to be named in Times Magazine, Next Generation Leader, because he's solving the problem of speech. Because the digital revolution is all about English, he's removing that barrier, he's being rated. So like that, look really deeper. Don't wait for the fadafat, like I want results tomorrow, but you go work on deeper, you will have a solution. The last category of startups is I call disruptive innovation. We have zero from India so far, right? Because we are busy copying or we're doing business model innovations, right? This moment there is a one Android comes up, we know how to hack into it. But why not an app for us? Look at the languages, right? India has thousands and thousands of languages. How many apps really support that? Even they support, it's crazy. As one guy showed me an app in Tamil. The Tamil is crazy because the technology translation is not going to be equal to what is the colloquial talking about it. Nobody has figured out. There is a great potential, right? So look at deeper, look at what Bharat is, and if you really understand, there is a great amount of money to be made because we have next 20 years to make this country to the way we want it, right? If you miss it, somebody else is going to do it. Already all these entrepreneurs that I mentioned, they are working towards it. They've been recognized worldwide, right? But if you're just copying another idea, you're going to be at another one. So with that, I'll just stop at this. Any questions we could take? Yes. Yeah.
I'm Dr. Murli. I think copying is inherent in our Indian life because in our college days, we only used to copy the
These are all excuses. These are all excuses. You know, you got to go stop on doing it. Let's not generalize. Yeah, but I gave example. People are solving. What's the question?
No. What I mean to say is, India require at least another 100 Flipkarts and 100 Amazons.
What is the question?
So I feel copying a established idea and starting a startup is a much better thing that Indians should do rather than trying something which is a R&D kind of an
No
idea.
observation, please. Questions?
Yeah.
Question?
So in that particular point, I slightly differ with you. That probably more and more startups must copy the good ideas that had been successful in the West.
Okay, sounds good. Good. I told you, there are different tigers. Which tiger you want to try it, go at it. And there are problems people solving really, and he's in Times Magazine. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
We all get advice that we should come out with something new.
Yeah.
But how many of the angel investors like you all?
I'm there. I've invested. These are all excuses. These are all excuses.
When we go, everybody wants to see that why have we thought differently?
Unifor went to 20 VCs. Nobody invested in them. I invested, right? There are people. You got to try. Believe in your vision. Don't believe in this investor's vision, right? You work harder. That's what I'm saying. You want fadafat. You copy, do boom, boom. First investor he made, I'm the greatest person in the world, solving a big problem, invest me, nobody's going to do. But believe in your vision, work harder, you will succeed. Don't give up. Yeah? Okay?
Sir, actually I have a question. So you're saying
Loud?
don't go for a copying.
Yeah.
But normally, before means to create something new, we should know which is the older one.
Need not.
Because
So
actually, I
Einstein,
need to
Einstein
study
found
first which
electricity,
is
right?
currently running.
These
right?
are all excuses, yeah. Einstein, what he do?
I'm
right?
not saying
Or whatever, huh?
copying is the right thing, but actually I need to study first which is currently
So,
running,
you
and
be in
then
the
I
first
can create
category
a
of
new.
startups, it's good. Do that, no problem. Nobody's telling you don't do it. But I'm telling you, if you do the first category of startup, what happens? If you want to be the second category, what is happening? Third category, zero. Which one you want to be? Right? It's up to you, right? You make the call. You're an entrepreneur. You are a free spirit. But don't give excuses, right? Edison found electricity, and then J.P. Morgan was an angel investor in the company. They've created this company called GE, right? It is possible. You have to do it. We have
Sir,
thousands of problems there. Go do it. Yes.
Actually, how the Linux will come
Sorry?
means how the Linux will come from Unix. They
It's fine,
just study
okay,
first the
it's fine, it's
Unix,
fine.
then come up with a Unix product, right?
Fine, yeah. You can be the first category, or you want to be a third category. It's up to you. Make your call, right? Anyone else? Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Don't wait for the mic, yeah. Just start. Don't waste time. I think we're running late of time. Yeah.
Yeah, could you please mention a few innovative ideas which have been funded in the spaces of, say, agriculture and education?
I told
In
you
India.
all the examples are funded. Unifor is doing Series B right now. He gave me 5x in less than 12 months.
But
Yeah.
there are a lot of education startups which are coming up these days which are getting funded heavily, but are they actually innovative in terms of technology?
Yes, I give you one example. It's a Chipper Sage. It's English learning, right? So she took this idea about everyone in India by the age of 5, 6, right? We'll pick up 2, 3 languages easily. We've never seen a script. So what is the idea we're hearing, right? It's a listening, and then we're talking. So she brought that into English learning. She developed technology that you speak, it records, and then you replay. Then the similar paragraph, a native speaker will speak, the child compares, right? She developed this technology, she's doing really fantastic. She got funded. There are a lot of, she's going after the affordable schools, doing really, really well. So she was incubated at NSR Cell at IIM Bangalore. During the incubation process itself, she got Series A done, right? So like this, so just let's not go deeper to understand. Don't look at the trending information available. Don't just sit in your search engine, look for answers. Go talk to people, look around, right? People today, this morning said, traffic problem in Bangalore. How are you going to solve it? That's all. That's simple as that. Yes.
What is your view on a solution which is actually solving a problem, but it is not a very hi-fi concept or something? It is easily copyable. Like, what is your view on that? It may not be like as difficult as speech translation or whatever you gave the example of.
But you got to keep innovating, right, to be the leader. That's it. If you let someone else copy, if you're not innovating, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah? That's it. Good. Anyone else? Ah.
I'd like to know your view on gaming, gambling, specific to rummy and poker in India industry.
Sorry, louder, please. What?
I'd like to know your view on gaming, gambling, rummy and poker in India when it comes to real money gaming.
Right. There are a lot more serious problem, yeah. I have 18 investment. The one company which is dying is in gaming. Right? Okay. You got my answer.
I've been in gaming all my life, and we're a $5 million company now. And we've just entered India with Rummy as a product.
Yeah,
and
so my answer to gaming is it's like a movie industry, right? You got to keep giving hits. So the moment you stop giving a hit, you're gone, right? And there is a shelf life for your game life. So if you keep on inventing, what happened to Zynga now, right?
Now we're talking about real money games like bingo, casino, poker, sports betting.
So I'll give you a game. One guy is doing really fantastic work, right? IQ. To measure an IQ, you got to fill this 100+ questionnaire, right? So he developed a very nice app. The child plays the app. In the background, he captures the IQ, right? So every year he runs his competition. There are 10,000 children show up, and he picks up the child with the best IQ he sends to NASA, right? He's
Your
doing
view
fantastic.
on casinos, sir?
Sorry?
Your view on casinos?
What's it?
Your view on casinos? Gambling license casinos?
We have serious problem to solve, yeah? There is serious problem to solve. Focus your energy there, yeah? And be known for what somebody is solving problem. Like today, still remember Edison. right? Because you solve some serious problem. You want to be in the third category or the first category? You make a call. Don't ask me a question. You are an entrepreneur. You are a free spirit. Okay? Good. How much time you have? Okay? Good. Thanks a lot.